If you're over 40 and thinking about starting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or maybe you've already started and you're wondering if you're too late, then I'm here to tell you that you're not. I began training seriously at 43 and now at 56, I'm a black belt. But the journey to black belt wasn't an easy one. And there are a few things that I wish I'd known from the very start. Now, before we dive into these 7 essential tips, I just want to let you know about a free training course that I've got on my website called the 99% Blueprint. It's designed to help you solve 99% of your BJJ problems, and it's tailored specifically for grapplers over 40. And you'll find the link in the description down below. So let's get started with the tips. So first, tip number 1, let go of ego. It's the fastest way to get hurt. Now, when I started, my ego was big, and it often led me to chase submissions and prove myself against younger, faster training partners. And I remember one session in particular where I refused to tap to an armbar from a blue belt probably half my age. And I thought I could just muscle my way out of it, but I ended up with a strained elbow that just took me off the mats for weeks on end. And that experience taught me that Jiu-Jitsu isn't about proving something, it's about improving yourself. Embracing a mindset focused on learning and self-improvement allowed me to train more effectively and enjoy the journey. Tip number 2, prioritize recovery. It's as important as training. Now, in my early training days, I often underestimated the importance of recovery. I would push through pain, push through fatigue, and I believed that more training would just equate to faster progress. But this just led to burnout and prolonged injuries. And I recall a period where I trained for 6 consecutive days and I ignored a pain that I had in my shoulder. And eventually I just tore my rotator cuff, requiring months of rehab. So now I completely understand that adequate sleep, proper nutrition and rest days are crucial components of a sustainable training regimen. Incorporating activities like yoga and mobility exercises has also enhanced my recovery and overall performance. Tip 3, develop a game that suits your body and lifestyle. Now, as an older grappler, it's essential to tailor your jiu-jitsu game to your physical capabilities and your own personal lifestyle. So instead of trying to master every single technique, just focus on a few high percentage moves that align with your personal strengths. So for instance, I concentrated on pressure passing and half guard, which require less athleticism and much more strategy. And I remember struggling with things like inverted guards that just put a strain on my neck. And after talking with my coaches, I shifted my focus to techniques that complemented my body and my energy levels. And this approach not only reduced the risk of injury, but also made my game much more effective against various types of opponent. Tip number 4, train smart, quality over quantity. Now, in the past, I believed that more mat time would lead to faster improvement. I mentioned this earlier, but this often resulted in overtraining and diminished returns. And I've learned that focused, deliberate practice is much more beneficial than sheer volume. And I recall a time when I trained for twice a day, 6 days a week, and I just felt like my progress was plateauing. And it wasn't until I started setting specific goals for each session and concentrating on technical drilling that I begin to see significant improvements. And this strategy allowed me to make more progress whilst minimizing wear and tear on my body. Tip number 5, embrace your unique journey. You need to progress at your own pace. It's so easy to compare ourselves to younger practitioners who seem to advance much more quickly. And I used to feel discouraged when other people received promotions whilst I just remained at the same belt. I remember attending a belt grading once and several of my peers were promoted and I wasn't, just stripes, and I didn't get any stripes, and it bothered me. But what I came to understand is that everyone's journey is different. Progress in jiu-jitsu is not linear and consistency is key. By focusing on my personal development and celebrating my small victories, I found greater satisfaction in my training. Tip number 6, anticipate challenges. Stay committed through highs and through lows. Now, throughout my jiu-jitsu journey, I've faced numerous obstacles like we all have. I've had injuries, time constraints, periods of self-doubt, and there were moments where I just considered quitting altogether. I remember a particular challenging time when I was just dealing with a neck injury. I had work stress, I had personal issues, And skipping training sessions just became a habit, and I questioned whether I should continue at all. But what kept me going was my commitment to the process and the support of my training community and my coaches. Recognizing that setbacks are part of the journey helped me stay resilient and continue progressing. Tip number 7, build and rely on your community. You're not alone in this. Now, one of the most rewarding aspects of Jiu-Jitsu has got to be the relationships that you can build with training partners and coaches. My community has provided so much encouragement, accountability, shared experiences, and it's just completely enriched my journey. And I remember a time when I was preparing for a competition and I felt a little bit underprepared and quite a bit overwhelmed, and all my teammates rallied round, they offered advice, they drilled with me, provided moral support. Engaging with others and asking questions and getting support have not only improved my skills, but they've also made training much more enjoyable and meaningful. And finally, a bonus tip before we wrap up. There's one more critical aspect that I want to touch on, and that is breathing. Proper breathing techniques can significantly impact your performance and longevity in Jiu-Jitsu. I did a video on this last week. It didn't get many views, but I think you should all check it out. You can click the link above there. This is super important, guys, to be able to focus on and control your breathing. And don't forget, if you're looking for a comprehensive guide to navigate your BJJ journey over 40, then you can download the 99% blueprint from our website. Again, the link is down below in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found it useful and enjoyable. It's never too late to start your Jiu-Jitsu journey. So if you're over 40 and you're just getting started, have fun.